We have a Dropship Lifestyle member who is selling products with an average order value of just over $15,000, literally the price of a decent used car. He's getting that every single time he gets a new sale on his Shopify store. And he's not selling to the wealthy, he is selling to the upper middle class, like I've always recommended, just literally everyday regular people who buy a certain product type that just happens to cost a lot of money. And in this video, I'm gonna share exactly what changes when you take high ticket dropshipping to the extreme. The stuff you wouldn't just think about if you're brand new to this business. We're gonna talk about the cash flow reality and whether or not you should even consider doing this. Because yeah, one sale for 15K does sound great, but there are some things you definitely should know when going into this. Especially the fourth thing that I'm gonna share in this video. It's the one that scares most people. And honestly, it's the one you need to understand before you spend $1 on this business. And you should know inside of Dropship Lifestyle, my minimum pricing criteria for our method of high ticket dropshipping is $200, but I do try to push people into $1,000 plus. Most Dropship Lifestyle students sell products between $1,000 and $3,000 on average. But that's not what this video is about. This is about what happens when you push way past that ceiling. And that's exactly what happened with a Dropship Lifestyle member that I'm working with inside of the AK Founder Circle. That's a one-on-one coaching program I have. And again, his store's average order value is $15,000. That is literally more than my first 2 cars combined. And if you're wondering what they were, I had a Honda Civic EX and then a Jeep Grand Wrangler. I think that's what it was called. But yeah, more than that every time somebody buys from him. So remember, he's not selling to the wealthy. I don't teach that, and there's plenty of reasons why inside of Dropship Lifestyle X. We also don't sell to lower income households. We sell to the upper middle class. And if you're wondering what could that type of person spend $15,000 on, honestly, there are plenty of products that fall into that category because the upper middle class is not broke. They have things that they want, and if they want them, they will spend serious money on them. So now let's talk about what actually changes when we get to the extreme end of high ticket dropshipping. The first is that almost everybody that buys from you is going to call your store before they place an order. Now, I don't see this as a bad thing if you have support available with your own hours or if you're outsourcing it, but just know most people, when they're upper middle class and buying a product for $500, $1,000, $2,000, they will just go online, take out their credit card, use their Apple Pay and buy. Done, right? Less customer service. But if somebody is going to spend serious money, they're going to want at the very least to make sure you're legit. And the easiest way for them to do that, besides just Googling you, is to call the number on your store. And when they call, if it's during normal business hours, somebody best be picking up, because if not, they're gonna call the next store. So very important, just know in this price range, there is more pre-sale support, and often there is also more post-sale support because these people are investing a large sum of money when buying from your business. The second thing that changes is there is a longer buying cycle when it gets to this extreme end of high ticket dropshipping. Now, when somebody knows the exact product they want, even if they're there, committing to that $15,000 charge on their card, it's a bigger psychological barrier because even if they've done the research, again, they know they want this thing, they're going to keep coming back to the product page. They're most likely going to continue comparison shopping, and they're only going to buy when the time is right. Now, if we compare that with what we typically do, again, call it $1,500, $2,000 selling for that, people are much more comfortable just saying, yeah, I want this, I'll buy it now. But on that extreme end, people are gonna take more time to consider and only buy when they are 100% ready. Now, this leads us into the third thing that becomes different when we get into extreme high ticket dropshipping, and that is your data attribution gets messy. So even with these extreme high ticket stores, we still run traffic the same way, right? Primarily Google Shopping. Obviously, we have all of our remarketing on all platforms, obviously focusing on SEO, but the buyer's journey stretches out, like we talked about in point number 2. And what does that mean? Well, it means somebody might initially find you from, let's say, a Google Shopping ad. Then they might get on your email list. Then you might email them with a link to follow your Facebook page. Then they might click a link from that Facebook page. Then they might send that link to their husband or wife and say, hey, I'm thinking about buying here. Then their husband and wife might open it on their phone. Then they might go home that night and open it on their computer and purchase there. And what does this all mean? Well, because of this longer buying cycle, because of all of these touch points, it's going to be much more difficult in this price point to say this Google Shopping ad is producing this amount of return on ad spend. So it doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means you need to get more comfortable looking at blended return on ad spend rather than return on ad spend at the ad level. And when I say blended ad spend, I mean at the end of the week, at the end of the month, however you want to track it. Look at how much sales you brought in, look at how much money you spent, and calculate return on ad spend that way, rather than diving deep down into the ad level. Because if you're selling those products in that $1,000 to $3,000 range, most people are buying within 2 to 3 days. So that makes it much easier to say, this ad in this campaign worked, let me scale this. Again, with the extreme high ticket, we have to take a more blended approach to our tracking and our attribution. Now this leads us into the fourth point, which is where conversion rates will look lower. Now, with a normal $1,000 to $3,000 product, from optimized Google Shopping ads, we want a 2.5% conversion rate or higher, meaning for every 100 qualified clicks, we want about 2.5 sales. And again, if you're going $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in product price, it's not unusual to see a 1.25 to 1.5% conversion rate. And like I just mentioned in the previous point, it will likely look even lower in your ad accounts because of how many touch points there are prior to the conversion coming through. Meaning when you go into your Google Ads account, your return on ad spend will not look as pretty. You won't have nice screenshots to show off and brag about how well you're doing. But at the end of the day, again, when looking at blended, you might be doing better than people who are not following the same path. Now, this brings us into the fifth and final point, and this one you definitely want to pay attention to, because this is what would make somebody who started an extreme high-ticket store stop even after they put all the time and energy into building it, once they realized what it might cost them to acquire a sale. So, with everything we do at Dropship Lifestyle, our goal is always at a minimum a 10x return on ad spend. So I'm going to put ROAS for short. What does this mean? It means for every $1 we spend on ads, we want to see at least $10 back out in revenue. That is a 10x return on ad spend. Now, let's say you were selling products with an average order value of $1,500, meaning that's what people are buying on your store. Going to our rule of at a minimum a 10x return on ad spend, what does that mean? We need to spend in ads to get that sale. Well, it's $150. So this is ads, and this is revenue. Now, a lot of people can stomach this because, yeah, I'll spend $150 all day to get a $1,500 sale and make myself $500 or so in true net profit, right? People can see this and think, okay, I start maybe one sale every few days. Then once that's working, I reinvest profits, I spend more on ads, and I spend $150 a day, and I get one $1,500 sale a day. Then maybe I bump it up, take some of my profits, start spending $300 a day, and do $3,000 in revenue a day, right? Pretty simple math and something that most people can get behind even when they're brand new to business. But let's compare this to the $15,000 products. And I think you could probably see where I'm going here. Well, if you're selling products for $15,000, that will mean to acquire a sale, it will cost you up to $1,500 in ad costs. And again, that's to get one sale. Now, the profit on that sale is going to be massive. You're going to be very, very happy when they come through. But are you going to be happy seeing the price of a brand new MacBook Air go out the window however often you have your budget, set to spend it, right? And that's another thing. Let's say you have your budget set at $1,500 a month, right? That's what your starting point is for the extreme high ticket. Well, maybe you'll get a sale your first month and, maybe it'll come the last day of the month and you'll think, oh, thank God this worked. I made some money. I'm okay. Let's do this again. But this is really important. When you look at actual conversions, like I told you earlier, with the extreme high ticket, the sales cycle is longer. So maybe it takes them 30 days from the click to buy. Maybe it takes them 60 or 90. And it's not unlikely that 6 months from now, somebody will come back and buy this $15,000 product. Where again, on the $1,500 product, people will buy this within 2 to 3 days of clicking your ads. And if that's not enough to scare you yet, which I promise you I'm not really trying to do, but maybe I am because this is something I just don't want you to waste your time on unless you know what you're getting into. Let's say with that $1,500 a month ad spend, you don't get any sales in your first month. Well, what do you do then? Are you freaking out and you're saying, I'm shutting down my business, this doesn't work? Or are you saying, well, that $1,500 led to X amount of visitors, I need a bigger sample size. Let's go month 2 and spend another $1,500. And guess what? It's very possible that on these $15,000 products, month 2, you got $0 again in revenue. And then month 3, you spend $1,500 again. So now you are $4,500 into this. And then finally, month 3, you get 3 $15,000 sales and you do $45K in revenue. Now, again, the numbers are the same in terms of your profit. You still got your 10x return on ad spend, but because of the longer buying cycle and because of the amount you have to spend on ads, it took you 3 times as long. And this is extremely, possible. I'm not gonna say it's definitely gonna happen. Also, the inverse could happen. You could have month 1, do 3 sales and have $45,000 in sales, and then 2 months with no sales. So it's a different game. And what I would say to anybody considering extreme high ticket dropshipping, that's just what I'm gonna call it, just know if you're going to do it, you need to have a bankroll and you need to be comfortable spending a lot of money on ads. And again, that doesn't mean that everybody that gets into high ticket dropshipping needs to do the same. Again, a $1,500 product, your cost to acquire a customer should be $150 or less. And if you sold $1,000 products, your cost to acquire a customer should be $100 or less. And if you sold $500 products, your cost to acquire a customer should be $50 or less. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Hopefully you got some value out of this, or at least some entertainment and maybe a little bit of a shock. Maybe I gave you some entertainment that way, but just know people are doing this. It is actually working. But if you want to get into extreme high ticket dropshipping, you got to have the funds to back yourself up, and you got to have basically the ability to have the faith, because it's a scary game, but it is a game that also works. My advice though would be start in that $1,000 to $3,000 price range. That really is the sweet spot. That's where we see most dropship lifestyle members who see tremendous results land. And if you want to know how to get started, just go to dropshipwebinar.com. I'll link it up below. Got a free training there for you. And hopefully I'll see you over there. Thank you, everybody.